Hey, y'all. Okay. Whoops. Alrighty. How are y'all doing? I felt like I needed a little bit of wreath time. So I thought y'all wouldn't mind if I come and hang out with y'all for a little bit. Okay. There we go. So what are y'all doing this afternoon? Anything exciting going on in your world?
I just thought I'd respond to...
There we go. Get that going. Come on, thing. Here. It was just going crazy for there a minute. I don't know what the heck is going on. Okay. Let's see if I can find us now. So what y'all up to? Y'all doing okay today? All right. I just had all of that office I could take. I just needed a break. So I thought I'd come out and make a wreath because that's a lot more fun. Oh, I do not like being stuck in an office. What about y'all? I am just not into it. Did you just get home from work? All right, so we're gonna do 20-inch little ruffles. Hello, hello. How are you? This is only gonna have one mesh, and it's this really pretty knit mesh. I got this mesh because I really like how it looks with this, with these little signs, the signs for the hot chocolate. I have a couple of them. The swag for the lantern. You mean the one that I did in the master class? You can't keep your eyes open. That's kind of what was happening to me. I was like, I'm tired. I can't really concentrate. So I have to get out of here. I have to do something else. Sometimes I just need to get out of there and come do something with, hang out with y'all. I'd rather hang out with y'all. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. This should be fun and pretty quick. As you can see, I started to move my space. I have to still work on it, but I've got some of it. I still have to move a few things around. I have to put my table up here. I call my lives therapy too. And today I needed the therapy, so I was like, oh, let's just go live and hang out. If only you had a job. Are you stuck at home? You just put a new blade in and it won't cut at all. So make sure you didn't make the blade make sure you didn't make it too tight. So when you put these little things on, make sure you didn't make it too tight. I would check that first, because that's probably what's going on, is that it's too tight, or you have it on backwards. check those two things. Okay. There we go. All right, so we got the mesh. Let me start here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah. You could also go out and come back in. You know how sometimes you just never know where they're connecting from. All right. So this is an evergreen. This is a 20-inch. I did change my camera back. I put it back to where it normally is. Just because for bows, it's great to have it up here on my table, but when I'm cutting mesh and I really need to use the table, so it makes it too hard with the camera up here. All right, so I'm gonna just cut my hand and do this because I don't like to have to pull all of these out, but you do want to fluff it out. You don't want to do it when it's all flat, and it will be kind of squashed together, especially the way they ship them. So it's pretty quick and easy to get in there. I use my hands to kind of get it standing up like this, and then I'll just kind of go through and kind of hand pick a few little areas so it's not too bad. Oh, is it bad on Facebook? Yeah, you just never know. You just never know, right? You just never know which one's gonna be good. That's why we're on multiple places. Right? Okay. Move y'all back a little bit. Okay. So we got it pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect. Good afternoon. Absolutely, yes. The Bow Maker Masterclass is available everywhere. Absolutely. So we're gonna put this mesh in. I like to put mesh in my evergreens because one, it fills it up. Two, it gives it color, so it sets the base with the color. And it kind of saves you a little money, right? Because this is not going to cost as much as, say, some of your greenery. Then I have this stuff. We just got some more of this in. Look at this. I love this stuff so much. This is the frosted cedar pick. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. This is the easiest one that we do. All you're going to do is just kind of let it curl and then just walk it in. If you need to use the tool, right, it'd be the same thing. Just straight up the center like you normally do. Now this is a little bit of a messy ruffle, so you don't really have to worry so much about if it's perfect or not. And you're gonna put it in so it's in there pretty deep and it's side to side. So in other words, the ruffle's coming out this way, not this way. So this way. That's nice, but I don't buy any of their mesh unless it's the holiday mesh. Now their holiday mesh is pretty good, but the rest of their mesh, Huh, forget it. Terrible stuff. Hello. All right. I'm going to go in between these two and kind of go towards the bottom. Right there. Like that. Yeah, I went over there today and got a few things for my next group. I'm pretty excited about. I got some rose gold because I wanted to do something with rose gold. I love rose gold. Okay, and then we'll do one in the middle here. Hi, well, we're glad you're here. The mesh is cut at 20 inches. Wow. Yeah, their holiday mesh is good. It's the other mesh. They're like normal mesh, terrible. It's that really cheapy. Their holiday mesh is good though. See how cute that is? Anytime, this one is not a kit. Now everything is in my shop, and of course the supplies are in the list, but it's just this one mesh, and then we have this side. You see the side? Isn't it cute? And then just 2 ribbons. This is what I would call, right, so if you got, and you won't use even remotely these 2 ribbons. So it's a little bit less than doing like a regular one, because you have the one mesh, the frame, 2 ribbons. You don't need a whole lot when you're doing this kind. Hobby Lobby's ribbon, it depends. It's kind of tough to work with because most of their ribbon is satin. So satin ribbon can be really difficult to work with. We are going to work with some of the satin ribbon during the masterclass just because I think it's important that you know how to work with satin ribbon. So we definitely will be covering that. But yeah, so look here. Let's see, what did I do with that ribbon? Here. This is Hobby Lobby ribbon, okay? So this is 30 feet, which is not 10 yards. This is what their ribbon is like. Do you see? It's very silky. Now the wire's good, but the silky part is what makes it a little bit more difficult to deal with. Yeah, they had 60% off today. This is the kind of ribbon that we mostly get. Now we get some satiny because we have no choice. But this is canvas ribbon. So you can see the difference. You see the difference? So you see how it's almost very sheer-like. It's kind of a little bit more difficult to fluff out. So it can be a little bit more difficult to work with than this. See, when you pinch this, it's a lot easier. So for one, make sure that you're looking to see exactly how much you're getting, because you're not getting as much as you think. Just be careful, because it can get really expensive really fast. Their sales are good. Sales are good. Yeah, their sales are definitely good. I think in our store they had 60% off today. Their Christmas stuff. Yeah, 60% off. So I was like, okay. I was hoping to get a couple really cute ribbons, but I only found 2 that I was even remotely interested in. So, I think I'm just too picky now. Yeah, the problem with their regular mesh is it's made in, so most of our mesh is made in China. I believe their mesh is made in Vietnam, and it's a very thin. It does have the metallic in it, but it's super, well, some of it does. It's super thin. So even the plastic texture of it is just really thin. It's kind of hit or miss. I need to move my, let me move my little mat here. Okay. Hi. I pretty much know who they get their mesh from because I have gotten some of that mesh before, and I will promise you I will not be getting it again because it was terrible. It was really terrible. It was like so thin and so see-through that it was like you had to use a whole lot more. So, I like it. I guess I've gotten picky. Alright, so now I'm just kind of going in, kind of filling in where I have a lot of empty green area. This is actually a very pretty, so it's a mint green with a green tinsel in it, the metallic. You got one of your boxes yesterday. Awesome. Ooh, isn't that pretty? It is an evergreen, but I love evergreen bases. I did, look! I have no boot. I have a shoe on. A regular shoe. I'm so excited. No more boot. He said, now be careful because it's going to be weak. I don't want you back in here. I was like, okay. Well, I do have a brick and mortar. It's in Lexington, South Carolina. Aren't they pretty? I think so too. How are you today? Yeah. Yeah, we do these in person at my brick and mortar. We sure do. Okay. So I cut up just one mesh, at 20 inches. And sometimes I use the whole thing, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how full I want to make it. That's really kind of the determining factor. If I want to make it really full, I'll use the whole thing, which I think I will pretty much use the whole thing on this one. Oh, awesome. Yes, and don't be alarmed if you see my Ruffle tool at Deco Exchange and in Grammy's. because they asked to wholesale it and I agreed. So they are selling them as well. So they do have permission. So it really should be about 18 pieces of mesh in total. Ooh, this is pretty. This is a 20-inch base, which I like the 20-inch bases because then it gives you, you know, you can fill it in so that you don't really see the center so much. There's a tiny little piece left. I don't know. I guess I could put it right here. Just put a piece right there. And then that's it. We're out of mesh. Look how pretty that is. Right, so we only did one roll of mesh, but you can see it's nice and full. I also like that these are a little bit faster than like doing, you know, one of your normal wreaths. It goes a little bit faster. Do I ever roll the mesh and make it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We do just about every method there is with the mesh. Yeah. We like all the methods. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we'll be live again tonight at 8. Yeah. Okay. So look how cute this looks with that little sign. Ah! So, I'm going to go ahead and put my sign in. My mesh comes from wholesalers mostly. This one is in my shop for sure. We have a couple of signs that have the hot chocolate stuff on it that is this same color. We have a round one. We have this one. They both match the mesh really well. Which I got this mesh specifically to match these. Y'all know one of my favorite things is to match stuff. Oh, I'm so glad that it's helping you. Yeah. Did it take a minute to get the hang of it? Yeah. I tell you what though, once you get the hang of it, it's easy. It's easier to make the ruffles, I think. You can get these in my shop as well, or you can also get them on Amazon and in Hobby Lobby. Although I think they are cheaper on my website. It's just shop.hardworkingmom.com. It's also in my bio. Okay. And y'all, I know we're out of blue snips, but they're on the way. So they'll be here this week. We'll relist them as soon as they get in. And we got hole punchers today. Okay. So I like to use this. It's just a weaving needle. And then I can push it right down through the mesh and the evergreen. And it just makes it super easy to tie my sign. So see, then I can tie it right around the frame. Just see how easy that makes it. I know, you have to adjust your time because everyone else adjusts their time around you. Huh. That stinks, doesn't it? Okay. I want this to be kind of almost on the outside. There we go. Okay. So same thing. See how I just push it right through? These things at the bottom. Okay. And then we'll just hook around like that. I always want to use the frame whenever possible. See? And then that quickly we got our sign on. What is the biggest struggle for y'all with wreaths? Is it signs? Is it bows? Is it mesh? Colors? What's your biggest struggle? Tell me what your biggest struggle is. Okay. We've got these. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff so much. You can get this in big things. Now, I bought every single one they had, and that wasn't that many. But I have a whole bunch of these. I also brought out, because I want that pop of red to pick up the sign. So this right here kind of helps just give it a little bit of sparkle and a little shine. And then this here gives it that pop of color. Getting people to buy them. Where are you listing them online? Bows. Tell me where you're listing your stuff online. Colors. Pairing up the ribbon. Okay. They don't always turn out fluffy. Okay, so if they're not turning out fluffy, probably what's going on is you need to pull them up like this and make sure that you're kind of pushing them up against each other to get them to help each other stand up. Getting the sign on tight. Okay, so remember the sign doesn't have to be super tight. So one thing I do is I'll tend to put it on the loose side because you can always go back and tighten it. Very hard to loosen it. So I would start off a little looser, and then if you see that it needs tightening, I would just tighten it ever so slightly. Your mesh looks like garbage? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Getting the signs and bows attached. So if your hands shake, I definitely suggest you get one of these. Where do we put it? Do you have one of these little things? They're super inexpensive. Did I drop it? Yeah, I know I dropped it somewhere. Hold on. Oh my gosh, look, it's right there. So this is just called the weaving needle, all right? It's plastic. You can get them from Wreath Decor by Dawn. You can also get them on Amazon. I would get them from Dawn though, because you can buy just like one or two, and if you get them from Amazon, a lot of times you have to buy like a whole pack of them. But I like the long ones because it gives you a better, you know, chance at getting through, and you can push it through anything. It helps to get it in the right spot. It really works well, and these are very inexpensive and so worth it. All right, getting the sign. And saggy woodland ruffles. Oh, I can tell you how to fix that. So are your woodland ruffles sagging on the bottom? Is that what's happening? How I did what? So, this here is an evergreen It's an evergreen. Y'all, can you tell I'm all hot and sweaty? It's an evergreen, so I just use the actual pieces of evergreen to tie the mesh in. I usually use work grease like this, right? So, y'all, I'm getting a question on TikTok if you're wondering. So I oftentimes will use it, so I tie it into these ties here. If you use the Dollar Tree ties, just buy the stronger ties instead of using the pipe cleaners, because the problem with pipe cleaners is they'll have a tendency to break. But you can get the thicker ties. We actually have them, and then there's a lot of other places you can get them as well. Does that answer your question? Yeah, Lowe's does sell them in bulk, the zip ties. Yeah, so, okay. If you have Woodland Ruffles and you're putting them on and they're kind of like flopping over, one of the best things to do is get some zip ties and put a zip tie around, like I'll show you, right where you tie your mesh on, right in here. You can put a zip tie through there, and that's going to keep this from falling, because what happens is it has these little clips on here and they get loose. You see these little wire clips? That's what happens. So if you use a zip tie and you go around it and you just nice and tight, it'll keep it from falling down. And it's an inexpensive solution that doesn't require you to take it back off, and it's really fast and easy. Okay, so I know for sure we're gonna do a master class on the bows. I know y'all are struggling with bows. So we will do the master class. We're gonna do it the weekend of Black Friday. So we'll do it Friday and Saturday. We'll have the sign up this Friday. And we'll definitely be teaching y'all, like, yeah, how much ribbon how can you determine how much ribbon you need. And it sounds like we need to have another one on combining colors. So a lot of times when I'm going to do a bow and I know I'm going to use 2 ribbons, I find it easier to just put the 2 ribbons together and pretend like they're 1 ribbon until I take them off and spread them out. So that's what we're going to do. I'll throw those on the floor. Let's see. So you would think this one is silky, but it's not. It's actually also a canvas. I want long tails. Let's do 22-inch tails, okay. I do love Harbor Freight, but I want to tell you, I get mine at this place called Zip Ties Unlimited, and I super like it. I super like their zip ties. I get them in this, look at this, y'all. I get them in a bag like this. Look. That's how I get my zip ties. And the reason I like them is because I can get these really long ones, and it just makes it a lot easier if you're making a bow that's really thick and cumbersome. You need these long zip ties. I'm telling you, I have tons of stuff I haven't showed y'all about bows. So, but you're going to be learning it soon. All right. And little tools and tricks that I'm going to make y'all so it'll make it easier. All right, so we're going to do 6 inches. Okay. 6. Now, Susan, I know I have shown y'all this before. I know it. We've done this in the group, haven't we? With the 2 rib. I know we have. We've done this. I just show you what I got for us to do in the group. Look what I found today. Y'all, look what I found to do in my group. This is the first time I've ever found rose gold, like glitter leaves. Look at that. I'm so excited. I just ran over there to grab something real quick and, you know, like $100 later. That's what happens. Okay. So 2 at 6. We're going to do one more. Bloop. You may have been shopping or dozing. Okay. That's funny. Alright, so then that's our 3. And if you think about it, it's really 6, right? Because we have 2 in each one. Okay. Now you could, if you want more ties, then you can stop right here. Bring this out. Trim it off. And then we'll start on this next layer with some ties as well. So this way we have extra ties to come down, extra long tails. I really like to do this because, you know, you can make them curl and have that long cascading. It will make a big impact on a small wreath. So, and you see so far, what we've spent the majority of our money on is inexpensive things, right? Mesh, a sign, a frame, 2 rolls of ribbon. All right, so now we're going to go to 5 inches. I want to do 5 inches. You see how pretty these colors look against each other? Would you think they would look good against each other? Like a mint and a red? Is that something you would normally think to put together? There we go. So we got our 2. Then we're going to do one, here, about there. All right. So you see how much we have in here already? And it didn't take that long because we just did it as one bow. Okay, so I'm just going to pull it out. Here's the thing about colors, right? I think people get intimidated by colors, but you're already picking out colors every day when you pick out your clothing. Do you not have to blend colors when you pick out your clothes? Yes, yes you do. The only thing different with ribbon is that you can match patterns that you can't do with clothing, right? I do, yeah, I did twist each one in the middle in the bow maker. I sure did. All right, so now watch. Here's where the magic of this one is. The magic of this bow is in pulling it apart, okay? So you can break it after you pull it apart. So you're just going to take and pull them apart, and you want to alternate. you don't want two colors kind of right next to each other. So just pull them apart like this. You can do each layer and fluff it, or you can do all the layers and then fluff it. It does look pretty together. You can leave it together as well. This. There. There. But you can see you get a nice big, really big fluffy bow. See, look at that one side. See how nice and fluffy that is? Just from the one side. Just from doing the one side. Alright, now let's do the other side. And you can. So one tactic you can do with ribbon, right, is to put two ribbons, one on top of the other. And then, you know, it creates a whole nother look. This is, actually, it is green. It's mint green. Mint green. It's just a different shade. It's kind of like a blue green. Okay. See, and then I'll just go through, fluff these pieces. You can see how round you can make this bow. So this is a bow technique that can be applied to different bow types. This isn't a bow type, this is actually a bow technique. So there's differences, right? There's differences between bow types and bow techniques. So this is a bow technique. The type of bow is we actually have so we have 3, 2, 1. This is a 3, 2, 1 bow. We just use a different technique to get the 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Y'all know I am obsessed with bows. I am obsessed with bows. All right, so the bow's gonna go over here. So see what I said? Pretty quickly. So this is all we've done to this wreath, right? And you can see already the wreath looks really pretty. It's got a lot of presents. We didn't use that much. We haven't used that many supplies. Yeah, it's in, the mesh is mint. It is mint. The picture, I will tell you, the picture online is much lighter than it is in reality. I'm not sure why. It's just kind of, you know how sometimes computer resolution just, I don't know. But yeah, it is mint. It is really pretty. It's super pretty. That's why I think it's such a shame, because sometimes mint is green. It's a, you know, like a shade of green. I think it's a shame because sometimes you just can't see the shades of colors online. Do you see that color? Y'all see? And look how vibrant these ribbons look against, and how pretty it looks right next to that sign. See that? Right now, we can take these gorgeous, it's mint green, yeah. Do our little curls. We can do long curls, short curls. Yep, mint green. It's like the, you know those mints that you get sometimes when you go out to restaurants and it has that little green center in it? It's kind of like that. It's like that. Yep. Oh, this is pretty. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. What you doing, Pa? What are you doing? Okay. He's rolling ribbon. Whoops, I just messed up my curl. Alright, then we're just going to add just a tiny little bit. And then we'll be done. So do y'all like this bow? It's pretty, right? So see, we can pull these apart. My husband's just texting me, y'all. I don't know what he's saying, but he's texted me. So we have these two. I love berries this time of year because, you know, you could put them in everything. Everything. This is a staple in my whole winter, Christmas, even like Valentine's, because the red is pretty. It's the right time of year. Okay. See, I'm just going to find the green. Place it down in the green. Oh, look at that. That little pop of color. I don't want to overwhelm it, so I'm not going to put a whole bunch. Yeah, I like the stripes and the polka dots together, right? That's what I meant. So that's exactly what I mean. Like if you were to pick out your outfit for the day, like you would not leave your house with stripes and polka dots, right? But you could dang sure put them on your wreath. But you wouldn't want to leave your house like that. You know, I mean, some people do. I would not be one of them. I'm definitely not that adventurous in my clothing. But there are some who do that. And that's okay. It's not my thing. Yeah, the berries just kind of give it that little bit of extra, the little pop of color, the little whimsy. And you want to make sure you're finding the evergreen to glue it to. I'm going to show you. So we're doing our new kit tonight, but I actually have something I'm going to show y'all that we just got in that you can add to it if you wanted to. It doesn't come with the kit, but it's really cute. So it came in today, and I tell you, it's actually, Emily said, oh my gosh, you should show them that in case they want to add it. Look how cute that is. Oh, I'm excited. I need to stop ordering all the glittery stuff. I can't seem to help myself. Okay. There we go. He is still texting me, that man. Are you making a wreath? Awesome. Well, I gotta go do algebra in a few minutes, and it's just a lot of fun to come and hang out with y'all before I go do that. Cause, algebra. There we go. Okay. See, one pick goes a long way. It really does. Oh, I love these ribbons. Let me put it right in here. I super love these ribbons. They're just so pretty. The red and white one we just got in. So it's pretty. Do you have a whole big wish list? You could take some of this and you could cut a little bit of it up. Okay. Put a little bit in our bow. I'll tell you, feels a little weird to be standing on my foot. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's really nice, but it's also kind of weird. I've been used to standing in that boot for so long. You need a she shed? Yeah. Do you have them all in your dining room? I do. I have a glue skillet, so can you see that right there? That is, and when I say glue skillet, let me tell you what it is. It's an electric skillet from Walmart because they work great. And it's small and they're inexpensive. Okay. Oh, cute. Cute, 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 cute. Let's see. All right. I'm probably going to put this in the bow. Let's put a couple of these, and then I think we'll be done. So I'm going to spread these out. He said it's all healed, and he let me get out. I'm excited. I broke my ankle about 6 weeks ago. Just stupidly walking in from my garage. That's all I was doing. I was walking in from the garage and boom, I was down. You can see there's like 5, right? There's like 5 pieces on each one of these. So you could further divide them if you wanted to, or you could keep them together. What? Oh, yeah. What do I use to hang them up? You mean, what do I add, like a tie on them? Or what do I hang them on? So we have this is what we use to hang all of our wreaths on. These little things here. They're just wreath hooks. They're great to use. And for the back, if I'm going to put a tie on it for someone to use, I use antique wire. So I'll show you what that looks like. It's this stuff right here. Sometimes it's called antique wire. Sometimes it's called rustic wire. Me too, I'm glad it's healed. Now I can be done. You ever have those habits that you don't realize you have until you can't do them? I have this bad habit of wanting to like tuck my feet under me. And you can't do that when you're in a boot. So that about drove me crazy while I was in that boot. So I'm super excited that I can now tuck my feet up under me. It's silly. Silly thing, but it's the little things, right? It's the little things in life. There we go. Ooh, pretty. Okay. Yeah, I think tomorrow, if I can do a bonus live, I think we're gonna do. We have these really cute these really cute little Santa mailbox things, and we're going to decorate one of these up. I have been itching to get my hands on one. And I feel like I have enough greenery now that I could put one together and make it look cute. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That looks so cute. I love the little sparkly stuff. So you can see I kind of put it where I had my berries. I probably need one like right in here and one over here. You don't have to put the whole thing in. It doesn't have to be exactly where it is, but somewhere kind of close like this. Kind of balances it out. Uh-oh, what did you say that I missed? You know, I'm just running my mouth and I'm not paying any attention. Okay. What did I miss? There we go. Yeah, so Z is still sleeping, and I wasn't about to wake her up. She'll probably be mad at me, because she gets mad at me when I go live and I don't wake her up. But I'm not going to wake her up just to tell her I'm going live, because she'll be on tonight. So it's just me by myself, and if I miss your comment, don't worry. I promise you we will get back and check them and answer it if I don't see it. Me too, I love it. There. Awesome! Awesome, look at that. See how cute that is? Oh, look at that. Oh, I love the little curls. Look at the curls. Those are just fun. So see, when you put just the berries on it, it kind of looks a little bit odd, but then when you add in that little bit of greenery, then it makes it all look and combine together. Yeah. Brittany, did I answer your question? Whew. Alrighty. Let me tell you, so Mama was so upset because I did this, yeah, I'm on tonight at 8. I did this design in my design group, and it was oh, rustic wire, yes, rustic wire. It was the skeleton, and he was sitting like in a pumpkin, what I thought was a pumpkin graveyard, and he was holding a pumpkin. He was really cute. He had this stuff in the back of him, and my mom loved it. Well, it got moved around. It went over to the studio and stuff, and she was so upset that did not go home with her. She was hacked off. So when she came over here this morning, or was it last night? Last night, it was sitting in here, so she went, put it on her, you know, she has her little cart. She went, put it on her cart, and in the car it went, because she was like, how long have I been doing this? For a long time, really long time. Probably about 15 years, 20 years. Anyway, she was like, they're not taking that from me again. So, in the car it went. It is now in my car. So, she was going to make sure that that was going home with her. Yep. That's so funny. She is, just cracks me up. Alright, so did y'all get to see it? There it is. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. See, and it's really simple. I like it. Whew. Yeah, I'll get hot. I love doing them too. Yeah, so I just take some of this wire right here, and then I'll just cut it, and then in the back I'll just put it through and twist it on and make sure that it's not poking out where it would hit a door. Okay. And there's your hanger. Let me see. That's how I do it. Just like that. All right. Okay, so tonight we're going to be doing, this is what we're doing tonight. So we've got these two. I mean, y'all know my colors are lavender and turquoise, right? So I love turquoise. Anytime I could do something with turquoise, I'm gonna. I made this sign yesterday. See, now this is a really good example of combining the colors, okay? So look here. I have, this mesh it's turquoise, but it's a little bit on the darker side of turquoise, whereas this ribbon and this ribbon is on the brighter side. So what you do is you start to play off these colors together. So you see how the boots match this color, and then I have both the darker and the lighter turquoise in the background of this sign so that it blends them together. So that's how you can make sure, even if your colors are different shades of the turquoise, it's still going to work. So that's how we do it. Yes, you can still make bows, even if you don't have a bow maker. Absolutely. Yes, yes, you can. You don't have to have a bow maker. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to make tonight. Isn't this cute? I love these two. Aren't these pretty? And then we have, see, we have all these shades, but they work really well because when you look at this sign, it has all of these shades combined in together. This is how I get the colors to work. Yep. Yep, hues are the same color. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, I hope y'all have a great afternoon. I'm going to do algebra, and then I will see you guys at 8 o'clock tonight. And we'll do our little elf guy, our little Christmas elf guy. So I also like this one because this right here could take you through till probably March, right? Because it's not Christmas, it's more wintry. So, yep. Yeah, it's gonna be cute. I'm excited. I do use sublimation for my sides. Yeah, we're going to be doing a workshop. So, what we've gotten requests for to do workshops, and if there's more that you want us to do, you just need to tell us. We're going to do a workshop on bows, so we're doing that next. We're going to do one on colors, so matching colors between the mesh, the ribbon, and florals. And then we're going to do one on sublimation, both making it and then, you know, what kind of supplies you have to do it, what kind of things you can make, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, because that's a huge part of our business, sublimation is. Thank you. All right, y'all. Well, I hope y'all have an awesome night. Well, afternoon, because you'll see me in like 3.5 hours. All right. Bye, y'all.